We have some musicians from Carnegie Hall. If you were here in the fall, we had a different group that came and performed for us. So now we're going to have a new performance, new musicians to us. This is a really... Normally we would have to go all the way into Manhattan to see this. So these musicians traveled very far to come to see us. We're not very close, as you know, to the city. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves and talk about the instruments that they're playing and their repertoire for you today. These are all, mostly high school students. They are either in band, chorus, drama, or they take music as a class. So you know who your audience is. So they all know how to behave during a performance. Right? Great.
Good morning, my name is David, and we are 5 musicians from Ensemble Connect, which is a program at Carnegie Hall. So the musicians that you heard in the fall were also part of this group of, there's 14 of us. So just for a show of hands, are there any string players in the room? Violinists? Okay, one, yeah, and everyone else plays band instruments? Or singers? Yeah, okay. So has everyone heard a piano or a violin in a performance before? Or is this the first time for anyone? Okay, good. So we're gonna, for people who aren't that familiar with how these instruments sound, we're gonna introduce ourselves and the instruments we play one by one. So my name is David, I play the violin. I grew up in Iowa and a couple other places. I moved to New York for school, so I've been here for 6 years. And I'm gonna play just a short little excerpt from a piece that I played at a concert recently.
Hello everybody, good morning. I'm Ramón, I'm from Venezuela originally, in South America. And I play the viola, which is like kind of the alto of the string family. We do some counter melodies and rhythm and stuff. So I'm going to play a short piece with my friend Chelsea that I hope you enjoy.
Hi everyone, my name is Frankie. I'm originally from England. I moved here when I was 18. This is a cello, so we're moving along in the string family. You can see it looks a lot like the violin and the viola, but it's obviously bigger and it's a lower sound, so usually my goal is to play the bass. I'm going to play a short section of a dance movement for you.
Thank you.
I'm originally from Ohio, and I play the bass, which is the biggest member of the string family, and we play the lowest notes. Today I'm going to play a really short section of a piece called The Elephant.
Rhythm and melody first in this first piece. Sometimes it's hard to describe or like separate the two. Does anyone have an idea when they think of rhythm or melody in a piece of music what that means? Yeah?
Think of it like this. Rhythm is the building block of a music piece. Wait, why did I say that? Oh, melody is more like think of it as like a decoration. Where it's how you decorate the music. And it's basically integral to making the music sound good, but yet again, the rhythm is also important for building that music to begin with.
Nice.
So both are equally important.
Great, yeah, that's a great answer. So, a lot of times we think of the melody as kind of the most important part, the most memorable part, but actually decoration could be a good word for it, and that the rhythm is really the building blocks of the piece. So, we're going to be thinking about rhythm and melody kind of in those terms. And first, in order to demonstrate the idea of that, we're going to play a piece with the melody alone, so with no rhythm at all. And then I'm going to get a couple of reactions from people. How does it sound? How does it make you feel what you think of? And then we're going to add in the rhythm, the building blocks that were not there in the beginning, and see how the music changes. Volunteers who might want to share what the character of that music was, what it made you think of. Yeah?
Somber.
Somber. Okay, nice. Any other ideas? Yeah?
It felt like a sad solo, in the sense that you were the one that was shining out the brightest since no one else was playing, and all the ears were on you. And as a result, like, it somehow just makes it feel more powerful because it feels very defined and clear and concise.
Nice. Okay, yeah, so it was alone, but it was powerful maybe because it was alone.
Yeah.
So we're going to see how that might change when we add other instruments, actually, because I'll be playing the same music. Any other thoughts before we add in stuff? Yeah?
It just makes it stand out because it's one like individual like melody that makes it stand out because like it's the only thing that there's no
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's really striking to hear an instrument all by itself. And actually, so now will be the last time on our show we hear individual instruments. So now we're going to add in the rhythmic parts, and we're going to do a little clapping exercise to help with that.
Yeah, alright guys. So now we're going to learn a tango rhythm. Okay? So we need your help to clap with us. So the rhythm sounds like this, and please clap along with the cello and the bass. So it's going to be time. Go. Let's turn. Okay? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, and go. Yeah. Favorite? Clap louder a little bit. Excellent. Thank you guys. That's so precise. I can tell you guys I love music. So we're gonna now play a short excerpt, and please clap along with us to energize and hopefully change the feeling of this melody, okay? One, two, three, and... Any thoughts on how different, or if any different feelings you guys have by adding the rhythm? Just yeah, nice. Yeah. More energy. Yeah. Anything else that you guys would like to add? Yes.
The feeling.
Yeah. Now you got the feeling, right? Yeah. That's nice. Yes. Yes.
Oh, it felt more amped up because we had more parts accompanying the melody, so it kind of like made it more flow.
Very good. Yeah, more flying. Yes.
It made it feel more urgent as opposed to sad.
Oh yeah, correct. Nice. Okay. So you want to share too?
I think it added more energy because everyone was doing it. Everyone was involved.
Yeah, everybody was involved. Yeah, that's very good. This piece actually is really cool that you guys came up with those terms, because this piece was written by an Argentinian composer which was feeling a little bit frustrated about not being able to write music the way he wanted. So I think like this melody showcases that, but then with the rhythm and the dance rhythm and all these other qualities, he wanted to like make himself energized and inspire himself to write the music the way he wanted. So this is called in the new tango style that he created. Okay, so now we're gonna play the full piece for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. This is called Libere Tango by Astor Piazzolla.
So any final thoughts about the tango? Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good? Thank you, thank you. Yeah.
I can see why I was thinking about frustrated Argentina composer who really wants to make some music. It feels frustrating.
You could feel the frustration? Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of it stemmed from the rhythm, just like propelling the music and the melody, right? Hopefully you were able to hear the layers and how the melody transformed by adding everything underneath. So we talked about rhythm and melody, and now we're going to talk about something else that's really important in every music that we listen to and play, and that's something called dynamics. Who's heard of dynamics before? Yeah? I assume probably some of you. Anyone want to take a shot at describing what dynamics is?
It's like how loud we play the notes and how loud we play it.
Yeah, exactly. How loud we play the music that we play. And it's a wide range from playing super soft all the way to super loud and everything in between. And depending on what dynamics we choose to play, it changes our perception of the music, even if it's all the same notes. So we're going to do an experiment with a piece written by Tchaikovsky. It's a piano concerto originally written for piano, soloist, and orchestra, but we only have the 5 of us today, so we'll do our absolute best to imitate an orchestra. But just listen first, and then I'll get your thoughts. Definitely, there's a big contrast between the piano and what the strings are doing. Anything else? Yeah?
Very big dynamics, I think.
Yeah, so it was pretty forte, right? I think we all know. So we're gonna change up the dynamics and do it the complete opposite. We're gonna play the exact same notes that the composer wrote, but we're gonna do the exact same dynamics. Do you have a thought?
Oh, what is forte?
Forte is the musical term for loud. So it's literally written like an F, and it's an Italian word. Yeah. So we're going to change it up, and we're not going to play it forte anymore, but we're going to play it completely the opposite. We played the exact same notes, that the composer wrote, but we changed the dynamics. Who thought that it felt the same as the first time? Different? Yeah? In what ways?
Well, one, you can hear more of the other like sounds like with the other instruments more when other than when it was like really loud. It's kind of.
I was kind of drowning them out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tend to do that. Yeah.
I feel like the strings, the strings actually took over more compared to the piano. It kind of made it a little more teacher-ish at the beginning, and then you can kind of tell, like, as you move on, like, the string sequence obviously took over the piano a little bit. It started off, like, kind of balanced, but then obviously as they move on, pretty much, the strings pretty much took over.
Nice. Took over. Nice. Yep.
First off, I don't think you drowned them out. I think you did a really good job. And second, I just want to say that I think the piece feel a lot more calmer than like previously.
Certainly. Yeah, definitely the second time was a lot more calmer. Yeah. Thank you. Have you had a thought? Yes.
It felt more nostalgic and distant.
Nostalgic and distant. Yeah, absolutely. I think there was one more hand. Did someone have a comment? Yeah. The strings, pluck the strings, called pizzicato. And so the official Italian term for soft is piano. Literally kind of like the instrument. So there's forte, which is loud, and piano, which is soft. And there's fortissimo, which is extra, extra loud, and pianissimo, which is extra soft. So there's a wide range of dynamics. So we're going to, one more.
Can you say that you played the soft, technically?
Did I play it soft? Yes.
I mean, as like the piano, I'm making a joke, the piano is technically considered soft.
Yes. Good fun. I enjoyed that very much. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to Maggie, and she's going to do a fun game with you all.
Okay, so we're going to do a game in a second, and I'm going to need some volunteers. You've heard this group play really loud and really soft. We can also go back and forth between loud and soft really slowly or really quickly. So we're going to play a game where someone comes up and shows us what dynamics to play. And when you come up, if you want us to play really loud, put your hands up really high. If you want us to play quiet, put your hands low. And we can switch back and forth really gradually or really slowly. I'll demonstrate one time just so you guys can get up. You only have to worry about dynamics. Don't worry about keeping us in time. Just up and down. Sorry, I didn't explain that well. Who wants to come up next? In the back.
Okay, thank you all so much. That was great. I love the way you all had your own unique interpretation of that exercise.
Thank you.
So we're going to finish by playing a piece that's actually written for this group of instruments. All of the music that you've heard that we played together has been arrangements that we just put together for the purpose of this show. But as you can see, this is kind of an unusual group of instruments, and a composer called Schubert wrote a piece for this quintet, and we're going to play a short chunk of that piece. As we're playing, I really want you to listen out to some of the things that we've talked about today. So, we started off introducing the instruments, and you're going to hear each of the instruments take solos at different points. And you're also going to hear a lot of melody plus rhythm. And so I want you to keep your ears open for that, just to see how the different rhythms affect the nature of the melody, which is what we heard at the beginning with the tango piece. And you're also absolutely going to hear lots of really quick dynamic changes, so once again, listen out for that. And I hope you enjoy it. It's about 5 minutes, and then we'll take some questions at the end. So thank you so much. Yeah, we have about 5 minutes, I think. If anyone has any questions about the music or the show, or the final piece that we just played, or just about being a musician, life in general, yeah.
I just have like a question that I don't think anyone else has asked. But you probably asked everyone. Why like the whole each of the violin
Yeah, so they call them F-holes. They look like the forte, we were talking about forte dynamics. The reason why they're shaped that way is like 100% decorative. It's a tradition. So these instruments, you know, have been made for a very, very long time. Some of them are really old. And you'll see some variation to that. It's not like a rigid law. But yeah, it's a lot of what you see here is like it's all hand carved, so it's a lot of it's decorative. Like this, we call this a scroll at the top here, and you can see this is acoustically unnecessary. You know, like they don't need to look like this. It's just at this point it's kind of a tradition.
I just thought it affected the sound of the play, since I know holes do at least affect that.
Yeah, well the fact that there is a hole is important acoustically, but the fact that it's shaped exactly in that way isn't necessary. So yeah, good question.
Do you also play like with your fingers, or do you play just above?
Yeah. So the question was, do bass players also pluck the string? Yeah, we do that a lot. Depends on the style of music, but yeah, we all pluck the string. Good question.
Two questions. One for you. What's that thing that lets you tune the E string?
Yeah, so it lets you tune the E string down to a C. It's called an extension, but it goes.
And for everyone, what is everyone's practice?
I'm sure you don't start. Practice routine, I think it changes a lot depending on how busy you are. You know, I'm sure that's true for you as well. It's like if you have the time, then I like to warm up, play some scales, play some Bach. The short excerpt that I played at the beginning that's a piece by Bach, and that is something that I've been warming up with recently. But a lot of the time you just don't have the time. But yeah, somebody else.
Yeah, I think it depends, as you said, but for example, like if I have an important concert, I can practice up to 4 or 5 hours a day, like doing 2 hours in the morning, like, you know, that type of thing. Or if I don't have anything, I just warm up. And I feel like musicians, we are like athletes, like with our hands, and we have to keep our hands in shape and really make sure every day we have like our routine and like to have the same level, so that type of thing.
Yeah, and just to be clear, we're all also trying to suck less. So that's the nice thing about like practicing an instrument actually, is you can always just like there's always something to think of that you can work on. Sometimes, you know, if we're not working on concert music, we'll sort of start thinking about how we play our own instrument and our connection to sound or things like that. And it's important to also find time to just like figure out how you like to play your instrument or how it, you know, feels to play the instrument too.
Yeah, so Ramón said that we spend hours practicing. We are professional musicians, so it does require that. But I would say like a piece of advice would be to just never go into a practice room mindlessly, just practicing for the sake of putting in hours. Efficiency is key, so like always go in with a mindset or like a goal that you want to work on something, even if it's just one thing. And it doesn't have to be like hours, but as long as you put in like quality over quantity, that's awesome. Other questions?
Yeah.
How long does it take for you to learn
Well, we can say when we started, which was it's different for everyone. I started when I was about 4 years old, so I've had a good amount of time.
Wow.
I also started when I was 4.
Yeah, I started when I was 10, and I sounded really bad for like 5 years. And then I started to sound okay, and then, you know, the more you practice, it's normal, like, at the beginning. But I would say, like, for a string instrument, like, maybe 2 years, you start sounding okay, like, depending on how much you practice, but...
Yeah, I agree, I was 8 or 9, but I think with a string instrument, like, the learning curve is steep. It's the first time you play, you make this terrible sound, and it's hard to get that out of your ears, but then once you work out a way to feel more comfortable with the instrument, then it turns into something really fun and enjoyable.
Yeah, I was 10 when I started.
Any other questions?
Wait, when did you start?
Me? Oh, I started when I was 4. Same as David.
Double checking.
For the string instruments, how did you work on your intonation when you were just starting
I like practicing. You can get a tuner app on your phone. I like practicing the tuner or practicing if you look up like drones on YouTube. Those are really nice to play with, just scales.
Yeah, I would say put the stickers on the position first, like a guitar. That's a good way to start. And then you get used to the feeling. That's a normal way to start. Color stickers, so you know where to put your fingers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, can you please give them another round of applause?